TLDR. Husband's friend commented at least 5 times that it's so surprising my husband didn't divorce me yet. Because I said I like some soapy rom-com movie. My husband didn't say anything. Didn't ask the friend to stop or shut the F up. I blew up on my husband and he is angry with me but not at the friend. My husband and I, mid-30s, are visiting our hometown/country after about 2 years. My husband and I have been together for almost 13 years, married for 8. We met some of his friends and were talking at a cafe. There is one of his friends, 30s, I have known all these years. But I never interacted much with this guy, let's call him Alex. He is a huge, over-the-top movie buff and watches every movie in every language and goes around saying that movies are his life. I met him a couple of times before we moved overseas. He seemed okay, but he mentioned in one of those times, proudly, that he repeatedly trolled and harassed a female actress because she tweeted something about his favorite actor, which he didn't like. After that, I didn't speak much with him all these years. My husband has been friends with him for over 20 years, as they went to the same school, and he still lives in the same street as my husband's parents. Back to yesterday, we were hanging out and talking about movies, etc., your generic discussions, and making fun comments about why and how you like these movies or that actor. Alex had been making weird digs about me all day, saying things like how he knows the real person that my husband is, and what I know is a masked and polished version, or that if it was up to only my husband, we wouldn't have moved overseas and he would be in our home country, and he had no option, etc. The decision to move was made together, and right now my husband is more eager to wrap up our holiday and go back to where we live. I continued to ignore all his comments. 1 or 2 times I said things like, no, you should ask him, he's really eager to go back, etc. Just as we were wrapping up at the cafe and preparing to leave, another friend was talking about shitty movies. My husband points at me and says, yeah, she loves some of those soapy rom-coms. She says, movie name, has a classic rewatch value, despite it being such a shitty movie. I was like, yeah, it has a lot of entertaining moments. Alex suddenly tells my husband, she really likes that movie? I can't believe you guys are still together. How can you be with someone who likes that movie? I'm just looking at him, and he is going on, telling the other people and shaking my husband's hand saying, you are really great just for the fact that you haven't divorced her yet. At this point, he said versions of this sentence 4 to 5 times and I go, okay, that's enough, that's too many times. And he says the same thing again, laughing. Other friends are really quiet, and so is my husband. I don't even know if my husband said something. He insists that he said stop. I said I'm leaving and I go sit in the car. My husband says he's also leaving and the friends also follow him as their car is parked next to ours. They leave. I am really seeing red at that point. I'm so angry my husband hasn't said one single word asking his friend to stop, and it's not okay to keep saying that when the other person is clearly not someone you know well, and when they didn't like it the time. Husband goes, he is like that, he has a shit mouth and no filter and you should not take what he says seriously. I say that's not the point. The point is you should have asked him to shut up the first time. You shouldn't have let him go on and on for 5 minutes, saying shit like that in front of your friends. You are still defending him, and telling me to take it seriously, instead of telling him to shut the fuck up. This only tells me how much you value me, when someone says shit about us or our marriage. If you still want to defend him, you might as well go fuck off with him. I admit I did say one horrible sentence that moment, and my husband now is angry with me. He is saying it didn't hit me as something serious. It still doesn't. I know he has no filter, and he always says horrible things, so I didn't react. When I knew you weren't feeling okay, I left them and I followed you, but it hurts me so much that you would say such horrible things to me. I still don't understand. I keep trying to tell and ask my husband why he couldn't establish boundaries with his friend. Once is a joke. 5 times is not a joke. 5 times before a group of people you barely know is not a joke. And husband not saying anything, not even asking him to calm the fuck down, is making me look like a joke. Am I the asshole for wanting my husband to take my side and defend me/us in that situation? Or just ask the friend to stop? For me, it feels like this is showing how much he values and prioritizes me. He says what a friend thinks doesn't indicate how much he values me. He still doesn't think it's worth saying anything to him. I say it is these moments that show if you actually stand up to people when they've been hurt. We have been arguing so badly and don't know what to do now. We both are saying things, and I'm saying he hasn't defended or even said a word as simple as STFU. It only means he doesn't value me. I'm saying he should have gone low contact with a friend, or at least do it now, as it is obvious him and the friend have different opinions. My husband is like, he is my oldest and closest friend and I can't cut him off for something that didn't even affect me.